Hello, my name is Kenneth Stapleton. I'm a senior consultant at JKG Consulting. Our team of highly trained, experienced consultants have worked diligently to create recommendations for the University of West Georgia's Police Department to improve public relations and increase communication. Have you ever been walking around campus and see a West Georgia police officer zoom past you, lights and sirens blaring, and wonder yourself what's going on and if everything's alright, only to receive an email notification 30 minutes later informing you that the area at which you have just arrived has had an accident and to avoid the area at all costs? The University of West Georgia Police Department strives to keep its students safe by sending out notifications via email to inform students of events that are occurring on and around campus. During this presentation, we will give you a little information about our company and our background. We will address where the University of West Georgia Police Department needs improvements. We'll then go into the communication strategies that are currently in place and provide ideas of which they can be improved on. Finally, we will provide our recommendations, which are designed to enhance communication, increase campus involvement, and improve the overall image of the department. After this presentation, you will have new communication strategies that you can implement. These new strategies will help to increase communication efficiencies, to inform students faster and keep them out of harm's way. These recommendations will also help to increase campus involvement, student backing, and improve the overall image of the University of West Georgia's Police Department. I will now turn it over to Jasmine, who will give us a little bit of background information about our consulting group. I hope you enjoy our recommendation proposal. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Relish, and today I'll be educating you more on JKG Consulting Company background and history. Here's a little bit about our history and how it started up. JKG Consulting was founded by 6 QWG students in 2018. Our name, JKG, is the initials of each consulting team member: Jacob, Jasmine, Jessica, Caleb, Kenneth, and Geneva. We all felt that we were passionate about helping other companies improve in areas that they lack, such as communication. Though we're a small town startup, we plan to expand to many other states to help other companies improve. We're capable of handling large as well as small projects. Our company's purpose is to focus on building relationships between universities and leaders of organizations in education, media, and civic affairs. On to our company values. JKG Consulting is a fairly new public relations and communications consulting firm, specializing in strategic public relations services between the university and its students, faculty, and staff. 3 important factors of our companies are trust, communication, and respect, and we make sure we strongly implement them. We are dedicated to making sure our company and employees put our values first. Our motto is, "We're no joke," and it's an example that we do not play and are serious about showing that we are passionate and care for our clients and community. I know what you're wondering, who we work with. So far, we've developed great relationships with departments from universities like Georgia State University and the University of Alabama. We've also worked with major companies like Nike and Krispy Kreme to help them improve the way they all communicate. We're not stopping there. In the future years, we plan to work with companies like Starbucks, JCPenney, and many other retail companies. Let us help you. We're no joke. Thank you for listening. Now I will pass it on to Kayla for the statement of need.
Hello, my name is Kayla McGriff, and I'm here to present the statement of need for the University of West Georgia's Police Department. JKG is willing to help the UWG Police Department communicate effectively for policing on and off campus to better accompany students, not to be perceived as bad cops, likewise with what is perceived in today's reality, and overall communicate effectively to those around them. The history of the University Police Department underwent name change in 2015, changing from the name of Public Safety to University of West Georgia Police Department allowed them to no longer see parking on campus. What we offer are the benefits of our consulting group will help improve communication skills in the University Police Department to allow the department to bridge and expand on social media. It will also allow them to communicate more effectively to their internal and external audience. Due to our team's proposed recommendations, this will benefit employees, students, administration, and the community. The police department is an active organization on campus that keeps students and the community safe on a day-to-day basis. Next, we have Jacob Stansel for more in-depth internal communications.
Hello, my name is Jacob Stansel, and I'm an associate at JKG Consulting. Today I'll be talking about internal communication. The importance of internal communication is that it's key to providing fast and accurate information that can better help protect students and faculty on campus. Current communication methods, such as dispatch, allow for officers to relay life-saving information to other officers on all parts of campus, while weekly meetings, on the other hand, allow for higher administrative to relay effectively what they want to see out of the department to the officers themselves. Florida State University Police Department is similar to the University of West Georgia Campus Police in their forensic communication. Although FSU also has an interactive web page that provides students and faculty information on how to acquire a police presence at a university school event like a fraternity or a sorority party. This webpage opens communication between other departments on campus and provides effective communication on all parts. Speaking next will be our most experienced and dedicated associate, Geneva. She'll be going over external communication with you all.
Thank you, Jacob. Before I get into the factors of external communication, I would first like to introduce myself. As you may already know, my name is Geneva Powell. I am a senior consultant at JKG Consulting Group, and I have been with the consulting group now for 6 years. I graduated from the University of West Georgia with my master's degree in business and marketing. I will be discussing with you the importance of external communications. While internal communication is mostly used within an agency, in external communication, the information is exchanged not only within the agency, but also outside of it. Daily organizations communicate with the outside world. Upon meeting with the chief of police, we know that at this time, your agency is opposed to starting up any new programs. However, we are not proposing a new program, but only to enhance what you already have in place. Our goal at the end of this proposal is to assist your agency with meeting your needs and becoming more involved on social media and changing the perception of how your officers are perceived in the community. External communication can and will assist with these goals. How you communicate with your audience will determine how they feel about your agency. After careful review of your agency's current communication methods, we have determined that your agency is doing a well enough job getting the message out there. However, upon meeting with staff, faculty, students, there is a lack in the face-to-face communication and community involvement. After reviewing your current methods of external communication, we see that your department communicates externally through your website, email updates, texts, campus events, classroom presentations, and news updates. We also found that your agency uses social media to communicate with the university community. The use of crime alerts is very helpful as well. People seem to be more responsive when they are receiving information face to face. It's more receptive and personable. However, this generation is more technologically advanced. As you can see from the following chart, email and texting seem to be the most popular amongst the college community. As seen in the previous chart, your agency will need to promote the use of communication through telephone. A telephone conversation can be the first and only time to make an impression on the person you are talking to. Discussed in the previous section, there will still be some people who do not have access to email nor the agency's website. Therefore, a simple pre-recorded call and a voicemail message will still get the message conveyed to the community. This will allow the agency to inform the community of what it does and how it is involved in the community. Our firm believes that your agency is making great strides in keeping the community informed. However, your community involvement is not as widespread. Upon review of your website, we did not notice any advertisement for any upcoming community events. When compared to other Georgia colleges or universities, they make great efforts to provide free community events so that the community they are sworn to protect and serve see them in a different light. Meetings and/or events in the community allows the staff of the department to be more personable and could also give them the opportunity to network. This will allow the community to see the employees as regular people and that they do care for and love the community that they protect and serve. After a thorough and in-depth review of your agency, our team has discovered that your department's strengths and weaknesses, as you can see from the SWOT analysis chart provided. There are several strengths that the University of West Georgia Police have, those being not limited to strong presence on social media, well-known reputation with the West Georgia community, highly trained and informed staff, a strong partnership with the university and local community. Your department is also good at informing students, faculty, and staff when things are happening, which is making sure everyone is safe. Another strength of the police department is quick response time and the ability to give updates to suspicious or criminal activity on or around campus. Also, we noticed that there was some weaknesses provided as well. There was lack of partnership between students and police department, lack of awareness of what the police department contributes to the community. There's only two types of major social media platforms used. There's a shaky reputation among students at the university. There we've seen some opportunities as well. Stronger communication between students and police department, technology advances, growth in brand awareness, strong partnerships with the community. A few threats that we came up with was political and legislative effects, poor communication in the community, innovation in communicating, constantly changing reputation within the media. In conclusion, we strive to help departments and organizations reach the top. Our team wants to ensure that the community feels that your agency goes above and beyond to make them feel protected and valued through the hard work and effective communication. Our firm would only like to enhance the community techniques your department already has in place. It seems that your methods of communication with the community are effective. However, there seems to be a need in some areas. At JKG Consulting, we are no joke. We will fulfill your communication needs if you choose to let us help you. Therefore, I would like to introduce you to Jessica. Jessica is one of our founding members and has years of experience in working with agencies such as yours. She will be discussing with you the recommendations our agency has developed to ensure your needs are met. Thank you.
Jervis-Viville. I am one of the co-owners of JKG Consulting. I graduated from the University of West Georgia with a master's in public relations and marketing, and my role on the team was recommendations. I was in charge of strategically coming up with recommendations that would help the university police department reach their objectives. So I will go through each recommendation now and explain our methodology and why we chose these particular recommendations. Thank you. One of the goals of this plan is to increase community engagement. We want the community to feel connected with the university police department because there is so many direct interaction with the community and the police department. Students on the university campus right now, unfortunately, have sort of a fear of the university police department. A lot of them feel like they cannot turn to the police for what they need, and maybe that would be considered snitching, or they just feel uncomfortable because what has been portrayed in the media. What we want to do is try to break down these walls, and one of the ways to do this is to increase the engagement between the police department and the community. And we want to do this in a non-threatening way. We don't want to have to just sit down at a table and have the community talk to the police and it gets to be a little awkward. We kind of want to do it in a really fun way. So one of the ways we came up with that we could accomplish this task was by hosting a block party called On the Block. And the block party would take place on the campus where the police has the most direct interaction with students. It would have games, food, and prizes, just kind of fun things to get people talking. And they're just more comfortable in an environment, especially when students hear food and prizes. They will be there. They will show out for it. So what you're seeing on the slide is an example of a flyer that could be used to invite students. It's colorful. It doesn't have threatening lettering. It has a hashtag because students are very into social media. So this hashtag kind of shows what it what this is about, and you should be excited to come. And the police are not going to be here to question you, arrest you, or anything like students would assume. We're really going to open that line of engagement in a really, really fun and exciting way for students. And also it's just a way for the police department to hear the concerns of students without maybe feeling like it's an interrogation. They can just kind of let loose and have fun too. We could have games like Dunk the Cop, stuff that's really fun. And again, in a non-threatening environment where students will feel comfortable enough to open up and really speak. And that is the goal, to increase community engagement. This could be done maybe twice a semester or once every semester. Just again, an open line of communication that also increases engagement. That was the primary focus of this recommendation. When reviewing our target audiences for this group, which was the West Georgia community, which consists of the University of West Georgia students, one of their main concerns was the lack of communication they felt between the police department and themselves. They felt like the police department wasn't really listening to them or hearing them. And unfortunately, that's not true. We know the University Police Department does wonderful things with their communication. We just want to figure out how we can improve upon those things. So our second recommendation was to establish open communication between the students and the police department. We know that the police department cannot share confidential information with students. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is that students should feel comfortable that they have multiple streams of way of contacting the police department if something is to go wrong or if they do have any concerns. So one of the ways that we wanted to accomplish this was by having a platform for students to come to the police on several different platforms. So we know the University Police Department has a Twitter, but we also recommend them actively using Instagram as well, because Instagram is one of the most popular social media platforms for our target demographic. And also constantly updating the Instagram, letting them know if there's any self-defense classes coming up, if they have any questions, posting friendly pictures so students can see their faces and know who's behind the police department. Those are the kind of things that we wanted to establish very early on, is that trust and communication. And also giving students multiple ways to contact the police. Students talked about getting email alerts, but email is not the only way that students would like to receive crime alerts from the police department. Maybe having an automated phone call if something happens, that the machine would call their phone and just let them know about the crime that has recently occurred on campus. That's another way to establish that open communication and asking the students how they want to receive the information, not forcing it upon them, but more so asking them, hey, if something was to happen on campus, would you like a text alert? Would you like an email alert? That way students kind of feel like they have some of the control in that situation. Also, we would like to establish town hall meetings. I know that the police department already has these, but I think they need to be advertised more around campus, and it should be more of an open forum where students can come and let the police department know if things have happened or are ongoing. And it's kind of like this anonymous, confidential way at these town hall meetings where people can come in, express how they feel. It's not a threatening way, it's open. That's what we want to do at this town hall meetings, be very open. And I think if there's ongoing issues in the community, and if the police department has the ability to share that information at these town hall meetings, then I think that's important too. So that way the community knows what's going on and the police department's going on. And together, hopefully they can come to some kind of resolution for some of the issues that may be happening in the community. It's the teamwork that we want to establish. We want them to work as a team, and that can't be established until this open communication is established. Thank you. All right, on to our last recommendation. Our last recommendation is to establish community relationships. UPD does wonderful things for the community, but I think in order to better understand what the community needs are, it would be great if they could partner with leaders in the community, people that the community already looks up to. So examples are organizations on campus, such as the Black Student Alliance, the NAACP, and Greek Life. Because these organizations have such a voice in the community, it would be very helpful if people could see that they like UPD, they want to work with UPD, and if the community sees that these leaders are working with UPD, they'll also want to work with UPD. So that's the goal here. And one of the ways that this can be done is through an open invitation You could see one on the slide here that was designed by our team. It says, "Are you a leader in an organization? UPD wants to partner with you to help improve the community." Just one click away. So this could be sent through a mass email to several of the leaders on campus with a description of exactly what it is. And what it would be is a sit down between the police department and these leaders, and they can kind of voice their concerns and come up with different ways that UPD could be helpful in the community. And in return, these leaders could also figure out how they could help UPD. So I think it would be a mutual beneficial relationship if UPD could partner with these leaders and people could see this, and they'll be more open to wanting to work with the University Police Department in the future. And that's the ultimate goal of this last recommendation. It is all about creating these strategic partnerships that turn into long-lasting relationships, and it will equal continual success for the University Police Department. Thank you. So that was all of the recommendations that we suggest that the University Police Department implement in order to reach the objectives that have been stated throughout this report. I will now pass this over to Kenneth, who will conclude this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. In conclusion, we believe our recommendations will help increase communication efficiency and enhance connections with our students and the community. By hosting events, having an open communication platform, and getting community leaders involved, it will increase community support and involvement. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at any time via phone or email, both of which are listed on the front of your handouts. Thank you. New strategies will help to increase communication efficiencies, to inform students faster and keep them out of harm's way.
Our factors of our companies are trust, communication, and respect, and we make sure we strongly implement them. We are dedicated to making sure our company and employees put our values first. Our motto is, "We're no joke."
For other benefits of our consulting group will help improve communication skills in the University Police Department to allow the department to bridge and expand on social media. It will also allow them to communicate more effectively to their internal and external.
As an interactive web page that provides students and faculty information on how to acquire a police presence at a university school event like a fraternity or a sorority party. This webpage opens communication between other departments on campus and provides effective communication on all parts.
Our goal at the end of this proposal is to assist your agency with meeting your needs and becoming more involved on social media and changing the perception of how your officers are perceived in the community. External communication can and will assist with these goals. How you communicate with your audience will determine how they feel about your agency.
Partner with leaders in the community, people that the community already looks up to. So examples are organizations on campus, such as the Black Student Alliance, the NAACP, and Greek Life. Because these organizations have such a voice in the community, it would be very helpful if people could see that they like UPD, they want to work with UPD, and if the community sees that these leaders are working with UPD, they'll also want to work with UPD. So that's the